Malolele, Iorana, glad you could join us for the Pacific Way. The role of paravets has become important, especially in rural communities, following the shortage of veterinarians in the Pacific. This short film portrays the regional approach to training animal health care specialists by the Animal Health and Production Team in the Land Resources Division of the Secretariat of the Pacific Community, or SPC. It shows the work of paravets in Pacific Island countries and territories.
In this globalized world of science and technology, nearly everyone has heard the term community health worker or primary health worker. However, the term Paravet is likely to be new to many. Paravets are the equivalent of community health workers. They are the eyes and ears of veterinarians in the communities. A paravet is not a veterinarian, but is responsible for providing basic animal health care and animal production advice to people in their communities. He or she will recognize signs of disease in animals, provide treatment for sick animals, advise farmers on correct livestock management practices, ensure that animals are slaughtered in a hygienic and humane way, and ensure animal welfare issues are considered. Animals, on the other hand, are an important part of the agricultural production systems in the Pacific. They are a source of food, income, and other benefits, and they meet a number of traditional needs. However, there is a loss of production caused by livestock disease and the risk of humans being exposed to disease carried by animals, which are major obstacles to the development of the livestock sector in Pacific Island countries. This development of the livestock sector has been complicated further by an acute shortage of qualified veterinarians and animal production specialists in the region. According to statistics, there are more than 13 million farm animals in the Pacific, but there are less than 100 qualified veterinarians. These veterinarians are located in only a few countries and not evenly distributed throughout the region. This problem was identified in 1951 when a South Pacific Commission, now Secretariat of the Pacific Community, SPC meeting, recommended the development of a regional approach to training animal health care specialists.
Training qualified veterinarians is quite an expensive business for national governments. And so in addition to SPC, the USP and the American or the Agricultural Development American Pacific Agency in Hawaii, we were all tasked to try and develop a paravet course to try and at least provide the competent people to be able to provide these services to our member countries. And so we developed a training program, a paravet training program under an MOU to try and at least provide some competencies in the field for our livestock officers to be able to provide these services to our farmers.
In this memorandum, the three institutions agreed to collaborate on the development and implementation of the SPC Paravet training program.
The other factor that they asked us to factor into the program was to try and use in-country tutors and facilitators in our work in developing the program. And so we went ahead and developed an SPC Paravet training program. But the question then that we asked them was, okay, what would a paravet do? What is a paravet within the Pacific context? And so we asked our member countries to give us the expectations of a paravet. It was based on these expectations that we developed, that we identified 6 modules that a trainee has to go through to qualify as a Paravet.
The Paravet training program by the SPC aims to increase productivity by controlling or preventing animal illnesses and improving animal husbandry practices. Trained Paravets will be able to provide animal production advice and animal health care to communities where veterinarians are not available. According to Dr. Vakana, this should lead to increased income-generating opportunities for small-scale livestock producers.
Upskilling of our locality livestock officers had been carried out in the last 2 years by SPC, and at the moment we are still very fortunate that we have SPC headquarters animal health division based here in Fiji, and we access the veterinarians who are there. But not only that we access, they have also been providing us with assistance in facilities that can be used, including machines and equipments that can better help our veterinary service and deliver of service in that area.
Napoleon Iseru is a senior agricultural officer with the Animal Health and Production Team based in Fiji's Western Division. Like many of his staff, he's also a qualified Paravet, looking after 6 veterinary clinics in the West, whilst advising farmers on livestock development.
We have trained our staff for Paravet, up to Paravet qualification, but we still need vets. For us out in the station, out in the localities, we need vets. We need vets who can provide the legal information to us, also legal opinion on cases, because even though our staff are being trained as Paravets, but their knowledge is limited, and also there are no legal coverage for them.
We have gone through, I think, 3 successive trainings in Paravet now with the SPC, and that has really uplifted the skills and knowledge of our staff, and inclusive of me, of course. And we have seen the improvements that has come through our clinics in the divisional basis and locality basis.
Seru and Kamal Prasad are just 2 of the 340 trainees that have undergone the Paravet training program with SPC. The Paravet training course is intended for extension officers involved in providing services to farmers in the field with very minimal disturbance to their daily work programs.
For the Pacific context, it's designed for anyone who has not had any formal training in animal health and production training sessions. And so what we found in the countries that we've delivered this program, we've had animal health workers, livestock workers, livestock officers, some quarantine officers have come in, several teachers have come in also to take up the course, and fisheries officers. So it's quite a wide range, depending on the selection by member countries and who should attend the courses.
Discussions are also underway to institutionalize the Paravet training program within the region. Dr. Vakana says they have had good discussions with colleagues and universities in Tonga, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea, and also the Fiji National University. A meeting in Nadi in May 2011 between veterinarians and education specialists saw this dream coming true.
We don't know exactly how many animals were saved or how much money was made as a result of training people, but we do know it's having an effect on how the learners interact with farmers. Before the course, they may have been a little rough or not know very much information, and after the course, the veterinarians are reporting to us that the students are much more knowledgeable, calmer, are able to interact more intelligently, more informed, and so we are having impact. It's just hard to measure that, but we are confident that certainly the investment's a good one and it is having an impact in the region.
Samoa, like many other Pacific Island countries, faces a problem with shortage of veterinarians. We have one full-time veterinarian at the moment, and we also have a volunteer veterinarian who's assisting us for 2 years. So we have strongly supported the initiative to have Paravet training because we realized that this is what we need.
For FSM, I 100% support that it should be institutionalized in order to keep it going on a sustainable level, because I know in the FSM, even though there are not that many farms, larger farms, livestock farms, still livestock is considered one of the most important sectors in the FSM.
If we were not to have our Paravets here in Fiji, we would be in a much worse situation. Our Paravets are really the backbone of our animal health services. They provide play a tremendous role, and of course the Fiji College of Agriculture has been the prime training ground, building this capacity. And now that it's part of the Fiji National University, more recently there's been the commencement this year of a diploma in animal health, which is a very new thing, a very positive thing. One hopes this might lead towards an eventual degree in this area.
During the 16 weeks course, participants learn how to properly manage and handle animals, how to treat some of the common health problems in their community, when to seek advice from a veterinarian or supervisor, the importance of meat hygiene and waste disposal, the role of livestock as a source of diseases of public health importance, and the importance of quarantine in preventing the introduction of exotic diseases.
One thing is, although we have a lot of Paravet training all done, we need to keep doing that. We need to keep training people, because need to keep training. But one of the things I see is that even we have these people trained, we need the countries to put them to use, you see, on the ongoing programs, you see. If they don't have a program, we'll lose this technical expertise in their own country.
We need to look at the conditions of packages of our veterinarians as well within government, but it comes back to government's ability to meet these. So the long and short is, ideally we need to move towards our own veterinary degree training. Whether we call it a veterinary degree or whether we call it an animal health and production degree, that's a secondary issue, but we must develop skills within our countries, and particularly Fiji, because it's one of the larger countries with a large livestock sector.
An increase in the number of Paravets in the Pacific region will lead to an improved production of farm animals in Pacific Island countries and territories, and a reduction of the risk to people from disease carried by animals and animal products. It will also lead to a better awareness of the risks posed by exotic diseases to livestock production in the region.
To complement the effort that SPC is undertaking in developing these capacities in the paraveterinary field, is for our member countries to also establish that environment in countries for them for the trainees to be able to really utilize the skills that they've developed a training program, provide them with the support services in terms of equipment, chemicals, antibiotics, and also recognize the training program that can be incorporated into the career development of the trainees in country.
While the Pacific will continue to face a shortage of veterinarians in years to come, the training of Paravets will continue for now. The onus is now on governments to move towards recognizing the need for increased veterinary services to address animal health and public safety concerns of Pacific Island communities, including trade in livestock and livestock products in the region.
Welcome back. Throughout the years, the Pacific Way program has been fortunate enough to capture some of the unique, colorful, and entertaining aspects of our diverse Pacific cultures. Up next is a graceful and vibrant performance from the Samoan contingent, captivating an enthusiastic audience at the 11th Festival of Pacific Arts in Solomon Islands. Enjoy.
It's more like a introduction dance for the whole show, and then most of the dances, it was all about the Samoan love songs that was performed by the girls. It shows the feminine of the girl and as a Samoan woman. They were performing slap dance. It's more like more active dance. I'm sure a lot of people in the Pacific know about the slap dance, the Samoan slap dance. It's more like a mosquito dancing. So it shows how tough, with the guys. Especially, I mean, that's the Samoan traditional dance. Formation changing. It's more like, I mean, as you see, the guys is more live than the girls. So it's more like the guys introducing the sisters. When they come perform, the boys already make it live.
We hope you've enjoyed the show. Do pay us a visit on Facebook and on YouTube. We'd love to know your thoughts about the show or any of our stories. Until next time, ta-ta, goodbye.